the exact spot we're standing, like 3 years ago, this is the parking lot.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, we want to build out this amazing patio space. So David.
So Walker.
Good to see you.
It's really good to see you.
Yes. Thank you again for doing our second ever Civic Speakeasy.
That's right.
Not that long ago.
I know. February, I think.
Sold out. Rip-roaring success.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
I had people email me afterwards and said, you guys need to start doing this every single month.
Yeah.
And I said, that sounds like too much work.
Well, but it's good work. It's work that should happen.
Yeah. No, it's fun just to see people that want to like engage civically in the community and hear from leaders and like just talk about things that are important and find ways to like plug in and get involved.
Well, and you said engagement, and that was the thing that really I really liked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the audience was like super engaged.
Nice, nice. Well, you've been a futurist for a very long time at this point.
Yeah, I think so. About almost 25 years. Yeah.
Does it feel like there's been a big shift with the second Trump administration? Like, how have the past couple of months felt in terms of like feeling stable at making projections about where things might be going? It feels like everything's out the window to me.
So I'll tell you where my practice is and where my writing is.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it a little bit in the next columns. I'm writing about more and more preposterous futures.
Sure.
Because I think we live in preposterous times, and things I would have written about, things I'm writing about now, I probably wouldn't have attempted even 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But everything's out the window now, and I think that if you're a responsible futurist, you have to be thinking about the absurd.
Sure. Yes. How much of it do you think is, I don't want to be like a doom and gloom kind of guy. I don't think anybody wants to be that. But like, is it really bad, or is this just like a sea change sort of moment where we're just in the thick of things? Like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe things have got to get bad before they get good again.
So I think that we will reach an equilibrium point. Okay. That equilibrium point, though, will not be in the same place it was before.
Sure.
Before 2024.
Yeah, yeah.
As I wrote this month, I think we've got to start getting accustomed to the U.S. being number 2.
Sure.
And not being number 1.
Yeah.
And I know I've made this argument other places, and people tell me all the time, we're already not number 1 in all these sorts of areas.
Yeah.
But I wrote specifically about our leadership of science. And I think that's something we're just going to have to become accustomed to.
Right.
That the U.S. is no longer the global leader in science. So what does that mean?
Can we be the recipient of things
in
a way that we're not accustomed to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are going to be dependent upon other countries in ways that I think we're not accustomed to.
Yeah. The sci-fi nerd in me looks at this stuff and thinks like, how do we get from, capitalism as it currently exists, this sort of like neoliberalism to like the Star Trek future, where it's like, humanity has united as one sort of global ecosystem, and like food is like we've automated enough stuff where just if you're hungry you get food, if you need a house you have a house, like everything is done. Like it feels like there's a point A and a point B, and there's going to be a lot of pain to get there.
Yes.
Like, is that what we're headed toward?
So will there be pain? Sure. I think we need to be thinking more about designing the future we want.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think automation is going to play a role in this.
Yeah.
The question, and so here's my 1 minute sort of summary of this.
Yes.
The more things we automate, we are going to have to, or the more jobs we automate, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with people. What are people going to do if they're not employed?
Life of leisure.
And we are not ready, and I don't mean just the United States, I don't think the globe is ready for the society that's coming.
Right.
We have to make that society where people occupy their time in something meaningful that isn't employment.
Yeah.
And I don't hear any politicians or global leaders talking about what that society is, how we're going to achieve it.
Yeah.
But we're going to have it. We're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's you and me, Walker.
We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure it out. Well, so we're here at Jackie O's. I haven't
Yeah.
mentioned this in any other videos. We're doing this at Jackie O's
This
today.
is great, yeah.
So shout out to them. We didn't ask permission. We just set up.
Oh, we just did it. Oh, all right. So we're squatting.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
No,
all right.
they're great people. They're good. They're friends. But I mentioned to you that the exact spot we're standing, like 3 years ago, this is the parking lot.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, we want to build out this amazing patio space, double-decker patio. It's been wildly popular. It's a summer hotspot. And you said, is this allowed in Columbus? Are we allowed to?
I was joking when I said, are you allowed to take away parking spaces?
Yeah. But
like, we have so much of it.
I do think Columbus doesn't get recognized that much for the fact that we eliminated parking minimums in our downtown. Like not Short North, not German Village, other places, but like 18 years ago, maybe at this point. Basically, the people who are running kind of the downtown commission said parking is not required. If you want to build a new building, you can do it with zero parking if you want to. Done. Like other cities are still catching up on that, and we put a stake in the ground like 18 years ago.
Yeah.
So the fact to remove parking was not like a qualm. It was more about like the design. Are you designing this to a certain standard, sort of thing?
You might recall I wrote, I guess it was about a year or so ago. I wrote about solar panels downtown, not just on buildings, but maybe as canopies over parking areas. And that the city, in a sense, can generate electricity, not just simply
put it back into the grid.
Yeah,
I know there's been a few projects for that. The Orange Barrel campus over in Franklinton, I know they've got a lot of solar panels on their stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things that like every little bit helps. I mean, there's like a sea of parking around us.
Yeah, so like point the camera around you. Definitely
don't look at that. This looks nice with the art.
This is beautiful. Yes,
but it takes one step at a time. And I remember coming down this because we're not far from my house. Like coming down here 15 years ago, this is a ghost town. And now there's you drive by. There was like 2 years ago. I drove by in my car with the windows down, and I pulled up to this intersection, and I heard this like din of like people talking, and it like almost brought a tear to my eye. Where it's like, there's like a nice communal noise of people hanging out, where otherwise it would have been like crickets.
Well, and we've been joking about leadership. Maybe a better strategy is people just do it, like Jackie O. You just do it. You make the future you want.
Yeah. And you don't need, the $1 billion project.
And you don't need permission.
Right.
You need permission. You need a little
Yeah. But what we need,
yourself permission.
We need 1,000 like little ideas versus like one big thing to hang our hat on. Yeah. Nice. Any books or TV shows or movies that you've read or seen or watched recently that you want to shout out?
I haven't read it yet, but it's on my nightstand ready to read. Is Abundance.
Okay.
Ezra Klein and Derek Thompson just wrote about it.
Nice.
I've been reluctant to read anything about politics in our current moment. I've really cut back on politics, but I made an exception here. I bought this book as part of the independent book crawl.
Two
weekends ago. And it seems to be a very positive, progressive vision. Yeah, and I think we need more of that right now. So I'll give a shout out to that.
Yeah,
I'll read anything that Derek Thompson writes. I'll listen to anything that Ezra Klein says. So
nice, good Rex.
Yeah,
nice.
So can I put in a plug?
Sure, yeah.
So I'm wearing my T-shirt from Owen's Designs, my son Owen. So I want to give a shout out to his design business.
Nice. What graphic design, web design?
Graphic design. Graphic design.
Nice. That's cool.
That's going to mortify him, by the way. He is going to be absolutely mortified that I did that.
Good. Well, good.